day my little robins, it's me Beth, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another music video reaction. If you haven't already checked out the title, yes I know it's been a couple of weeks at this point, but I am finally checking out Architects and their song and music video Black Hole. Yes, I've known this has existed, I have avoided spoilers, I haven't checked out like any other people doing reactions because I've been dealing with some stuff in my life, so I haven't really been that frequent with the uploads here on the channel. But the reason I finally decided to do this reaction is because my dad, who is in his mid-60s, came up to visit me the other week. And he's going through like a phase where he's going through like the YouTube like rabbit hole, and like he'll listen to music and he'll just put on like a random playlist of like, oh, here's some songs. And we were just sitting in the pub having a pint and he was like, have you heard of this British band called Architects? And I was just sitting there like with the pint like halfway to my mouth, and I put it down and went, yes father, I have heard of Architects, I've seen them live, I love their music. And I'm like, why are you talking about Architects? And he was like, oh, he's like, I checked out this, I checked out a couple of music videos. There was one called Whiplash, and there's a recent one called Black Hole. And I was just sat there like, I'm like, how the hell did you get onto like Architects? Because my dad's very old school, he loves rock, he loves metal, pretty much 70s, 80s, that is his like bag. And over the years I've introduced him to quite a few like more like modern bands, and like he's introduced me to like older bands, and it's just our whole thing. And so I kind of felt like if my dad has checked out Architects Black Hole and says it's a really good song, and I'm like, oh my god, he's checked it out before me, I must check it out. So thank you Dad for like lighting the fire under me. So yeah, today we are checking out Architects Black Hole. This is off their upcoming album The Sky, the Earth and All Between, which comes out the end of February, and I am very excited because Whiplash, oh, that was a journey. I got some whiplash listening to that song. And well, Architects are one of those bands that they've been around since like the mid-2000s. They've been around since like I've been in since I went to high school. I'm now in my 30s, people, and well, they've changed their sound over the years and people have bashed them for that, but then they go back and they do Angry really well. So if this is anything like Whiplash, I'm expecting great things, not just for the song but for the album. And I feel like this has been a really long-winded introduction, so yeah. Before we begin, if you'd like to support me and the channel in the future, you can by clicking a like to show me some love. You can click subscribe and tap that bell to be notified when I upload on this channel. Enough rambling, let's just dive straight back into Architects. Okay guys, let's see if my dad was right. Let's press play and see what Architects have to offer this time. I'm expecting drama, intense, volume is going up. Oh my god. Are they actually on an oil rig? Oh, I'm loving the clean choruses. Oh, just sounds so guttural and angry. Like I said, they do Angry very well. So is there a tornado or a black hole? Sam! There's a reason he's one of the best vocalists in the scene. Just... ugh. Okay, are they being tornadoed? Is this a trailer for the film Twisters? It just sounds... Oh. Okay, guy, I'm a little shocked. Oh, hand. Hand of God? Who knows? That was Architects Blackhole. And like for the final 20 seconds you could see my mouth was open and I was just speechless. Let's talk about it. Right guys, before we get into like my thoughts and opinions on the song and the video, like I said in the introduction, it was actually my dad who was like, have you checked out this band and this song? And I asked him, did you like the song? Did you like the video? Because like I was thinking if it was similar to like Whiplash, which he had also watched, and I was like, is it going to be like a little bit too confusing? Because I'm pretty sure like metalcore was not a genre back in his day. And he just looked at me and he went, if a song sounds good and like a song like musically like piques my interest and it makes me listen from start to finish, I don't skip or I don't turn it off, he's like, it is a sign of a good song and like a strong band. And I just remember being there like, oh wow. So my dad liked it like musically, the way it sounded, the way it was like edited, and I was like, so I was like the juxtaposition like between like the growls and like the cleans, and he's like, yeah, it felt like it just added to the drama, and I was just sat there like, oh my god, is my dad a metalcore fan? And I asked him, and he said that the playlist that like YouTube had recommended were like a bunch, when he started explaining the bands, I was like, oh, YouTube would put you on like a metalcore playlist. And he said out of like the few bands that like he checked out songs from, he was like, I said, well, can you name any of the other bands that were in the playlist? And he went, no. And I went, but you remember Architects? And he was like, well, yeah, because they made an impact. And I was like, is my dad going to be a fan of Architects? And I was like, you should really go back and check out their back catalogue, because they've been around a few years. And he said he'd be willing to check it out. So Architects got a brand new fan off a random YouTube algorithm. But enough about my dad. Let's get into my thoughts and opinions. I've been a fan of this band since like my high school days. I have stuck with them through thick and thin when they changed their sound, and they kind of got some hate when they took out the blaze. A lot of people were like, it's no longer metalcore, Architects, you helped define this genre and now you're doing something completely different. And I definitely feel like Architects, they do have those singles, they do have the albums that are a little bit experimental, but then they can come back, and like the likes of like Whiplash, I was like, okay, is that going to be a one-off? I wasn't the only person that thought that. There were like a lot of reactors, and after I've uploaded this video, I'm finally going to go check out like other reactors' reactions to this song, because I feel like, just like me, there's going to be a lot of shock, there's going to be like a lot of awe, and there's going to be like, okay, we've had two really strong singles and it gives me such high hopes for what this album's going to be. Architects are just... they seem to be finding their sweet points like with like the last few releases in terms of old and new, and I just love when Sam gets angry, because he can do the growls, he can go guttural, it can, and when he does that you go like, oh, well, Sam. And then you get like the like emphatic like big clean like chorus, which you can imagine live. Well, I have seen them live, and people go crazy with like the choruses of like Architect songs. So I'm kind of like, yeah, This song, for me personally, I like more than Whiplash. I liked Whiplash, but I feel like I would have this song more on repeat. So, but yeah, I'm either or. I am really looking forward to the album and what Architects have to offer. If you guys have not seen these guys live and you get a chance, go see Architects live, because they put on a show. They are just talent, dedication. I love them, and I just love that they're still releasing music. So yeah, overall. Also, let's just do a brief thing of the music video. I was like, is it tornadoes? Is it a black hole? Because things were getting like sucked up and like things were spinning and it was going crazy. They were on like an oil rig, it looked like, out at sea, and there were like boats and planes and like buildings like ripping apart and flying past them. And then at the end, like the sky, and then we had like a hand. Was that the hand of God? I did say, like, is this a trailer for Twisters? You should check out the film Twister and then like Twisters, because I kind of got that vibe, and I was like, oh, Sharknado even. Tornadoes and sharks. But yeah, either or, the music video, it went along perfectly with like the lyrics and like the way that the music was done and like the way it was edited. It kind of fit. When you would see things flying around, there would be like an intensity and like a build-up in the song itself, so it wasn't like a jarring juxtaposition between visuals and sound. It worked. So props to Architects. A great music video that made me think, and a song that had my mouth open and in shock and awe. In the comments below, I'd love to hear, you know, your guys' thoughts and opinions on the song, the video, the band. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Sound off. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion here on the channel, and trust me, a lot of you guys are very opinionated. Who would afford it? Anyway, let's just wrap up this video before I continue to ramble. If you'd like to support me and the channel in the future, you can by clicking a like to show me some love. You can click subscribe and tap that bell to be notified when I upload on this channel. At the end of this video, you can check out my last 2 videos or playlists depending on what mood I'm in when I'm editing this. Until next time, I'm Beth. Keep listening to good music. Goodbye.